There you go, a bit of Power Wolf there with We Came to Take Your Souls. Very, very old track by that band. Not one track that I've probably played very often on the show, if not at all. Right, okay, you are listening to the Eurometal Express show on www.phonic.fm and 106.8 FM in the Exeter area. There are a lot of you listening tonight, I know there are, and it's really cool. And I haven't given a shout out, you're all out there, you know who you are. There's Rusty, there's Patricia, there's obviously Paula, our co-presenter, who's not, you know, always listening in, and there's Glenn in Australia, there's Elise, I mean there's loads of you out there, there's oh god, Steffi, you're all out there. If I haven't mentioned someone, I do apologise. And of course there's somebody listening tonight who is making a debut. I've left her name till last. Is our photographer Melissa. She's actually listening because tonight is her debut as an interviewer on the Eurometal Express show. She did the Spanish translation. You're actually going to get to hear her speak. She does exist. You're going to get to hear her speak in English and in Spanish. So you're going to get familiar with what we all sound like. You're getting to hear most of us on the show. And it's really cool tonight because obviously we've got like Paula, Melissa, and we've got Elise out there listening in, so they're all part of the Eurometal team. I think Crystal, she's out there, but she's not part of the team either, but just give you a shout out. Not sure if Lucas is listening, but there's many of you there. So big hello to you all, okay? Every single one of you guys. But now we come to the time where, well, it's great. It's Mago de Oz time. And I love this band so much. I cannot emphasise enough. I love them probably more than some of the bands that you think I might love more. But I don't know. I really do love this band a lot. We're privileged to get to have a 10-minute interview with the main guy himself. In fact, he insisted that he did the interview. He didn't speak a word of English, but he said he'd heard so much about the Eurometal Express show that he had to be the main guy and we had to translate it. It was as simple as that. We were privileged to have 10 minutes of his time. Yeah, they're very strict. They're a huge band in Latin America, Mago de Oz, and they managed to come over here to England for the first time, I think. And from what I've been told, we are the very, very first show to ever have an interview with them from the UK, because they don't give interviews to the UK very often, because they don't speak English. But I promised them a translator, so they said the deal was on. So there you go. So come on, everyone say a big hi to Melissa on the group page. And Melissa, come on, introduce yourself on the group page, because we know you're out there listening. Right, as before with the last interview, we're going to play a track by Mago de Oz. Well, first of all, I'm going to get Paula to introduce it all in Spanish. I'm then going to play a track. Then I'm going to do the interview. Then I'm going to play 2 more tracks. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to attempt to try and say some of this in English the best I can. But anyhow, sit back and enjoy, because this is... wow, brilliant. Okay, enjoy.
Por decirlo más, pues estuvo en tierra y pues como más vamos a escuchar esta entrevista y vamos a dejarlos con canciones del libro Hechizos, Pócimas y Brujerías. Es su última producción. Con suerte vamos a tener nuevo material el próximo año. Y bueno, mientras tanto los vamos a dejar con la entrevista y con una novedad, porque pues obviamente necesitábamos a alguien que tradujera, así que la voz que van a escuchar por ahí es de Melissa. Y mientras tanto y durante la entrevista vamos a tener las canciones de El Libro de las Sombras, H2Os y Sácale Brillo a una Pena. Vamos a disfrutarlo, de verdad. Yo creo que nadie lo disfrutó más que Andy. Definitivamente estoy segura de ello, pero podemos hacer un intento. Así que escuchémosla y regresamos.
Right, here we are again for the Eurometal Express show on www.phonic.fm, and today I have Txus with me, the main guy and drummer of Mago Dios. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estáis? How are you?
¿Cómo estás? I'm fine, thank you. Gracias, gracias. And today we have Melissa with us to do the translation into Spanish because of the difficulty with the language barrier. So my first question to Txus is, who was the main songwriter for the new album?
¿Quién ha sido el escritor, el que ha escrito la mayoría de las canciones del nuevo álbum?
Las letras yo soy el letrista de Mago Dios de todos los discos.
Okay.
La historia, porque los discos de Mago Dios son discos conceptuales, la historia es una idea mía, un concepto mío que me ayudó Mario Ruiz, y la música la componemos normalmente entre todos. Hay muchas canciones mías, pero también hay canciones de mis compañeros.
Vale. He said that the lyrics has been written by him. It's like a project with a friend called Mario Ruiz, and it's been like a historical thing that they have done.
Okay. And where do you get your influences from in Mago Dios?
Entendido.
Vale.
Nuestras influencias, básicamente, desde pequeñito, Iron Maiden. Yo la primera vez que estuve en Londres fue en el 88, en el Donington.
He says that the main one has been Iron Maiden, as you all could hear. Since he was little, he listens to this band, and that's the main band that's been.
Las melodías de Iron Maiden con la guitarra, yo las trato de utilizar en Mago Dios con violín y guitarra.
The melodies of Iron Maiden, he has tried to put a little bit of it into Mago Dios music, the melodies and everything. The violin, yeah.
And touring around the world, where have you toured that you enjoy the most?
Sorry, what was that?
Where touring around the world, where has he enjoyed touring the most?
Right, sabes, haciendo un tour alrededor del mundo, ¿a dónde has disfrutado el mejor concierto, por decirlo así?
Normalmente, o sea, casi todas las ciudades donde hemos estado en el mundo, para mí han sido fantásticas.
¿Alguna en especial que te haya gustado?
Es que me acuerdo más de los nightclubs que de los conciertos. Okay. Pero bueno, por ejemplo, tocar en México y en el Wacken Open Air. Fueron dos conciertos en México en la Plaza Monumental de México.
Okay.
Fueron los dos conciertos en la Plaza Monumental de México, había 35.000 personas.
Wow. Okay. Well, he says to sum it up, because it's been like so much, and the most that he remembers are nightclubs, basically. But he says that one of his favorite ones, Wacken. What year was that? ¿Qué año fue?
Wacken fue en el 2001.
2001, and then the other one was the Mexico City, was it?
Monumental,
Plaza Monumental.
Was this when you did the DVD for Mexico City?
¿Esto fue cuando hiciste el DVD de Mexico City?
Esa fue la segunda vez que estuvimos.
La segunda vez. Estás hablando de la primera vez.
La primera vez.
No, that was the second time that they're playing there, but he's talking about the very first time they played there.
And UK audience, how do you feel the UK audience have taken to you over the years?
¿Cómo te sientes con el público que te escucha, con el paso de los años? ¿Cómo te sientes con ellos?
Para nosotros el público nos da igual que haya 35.000 personas a que haya como hoy 500. Con que una persona compre una entrada para escuchar a Mago Dios, para mí con que una persona pierda tiempo, gaste dinero, para mí son mis jefes, ellos pagan todas nuestras facturas.
Vale. He says that it doesn't matter if it's one. I mean, he appreciates that from the fans, that it doesn't matter that it's one or thousands. He always enjoys the shows because it shows that the appreciation towards the band. So he's very touched by it.
And one question I'd like to ask is there anything special or unique about the new album by Mago Dios? Anything different about the new album, Amago Dios?
The one coming up.
Yes, the new one. Yeah.
Hay algo diferente en el álbum que viene que se va a lanzar dentro de poco. ¿Hay algo diferente que tú piensas que le has adherido?
Sí, cada disco se supone que tiene que ser algo diferente.
Okay.
Este disco es más europeo, mucho más moderno.
Okay.
Y es bastante más heavy que otros discos.
He says that this album is heavier and more European, if you want to say. Every single album that they have released through history, it has something different each time. Mm-hmm. So this one is, it will absolutely have, a little bit extra, obviously, and it will be heavier and more European.
Mm-hmm. And will there be any English singing on the new album?
Que si va a haber alguna letra en inglés o alguna canción en inglés en el nuevo
Sí,
álbum.
va a ir 2 canciones en iTunes. Lo que es el disco va solo en castellano, pero van 2 bonus track.
Ah, bueno.
2 bonus track que lo podrá comprar la gente en iTunes.
Ah, bueno.
Y son versiones de esas 2 canciones en inglés.
Vale. There will be 2 bonus tracks that people can buy separately. The album is entirely on Spanish, but these bonus tracks will be translations of the actual songs on the album. So the people will have access to it and download it or buy it on iTunes or whatever.
And this is slightly connected to what I said earlier, but who are your favourite drummers?
¿Cuáles han sido tus bateros favoritos o?
Cozy Powell.
¿Perdón?
Cozy Powell.
Cozy Powell. Oh yeah, Cozy Powell.
From Rainbow.
He's from Rainbow, yeah.
Black
Your
Sabbath.
influence on Black Sabbath, yeah. I understand this. And could you ask why he admires Cozy Powell?
¿Por qué? ¿Lo admiras? O?
Era muy fuerte y conseguía tocar en diferentes bandas como Black Sabbath, como Rainbow, y nunca sonaba la batería igual. Se podía acomodar a muchas bandas diferentes. Para resumirle, era muy fuerte tocando y él se podía acomodar al sonido de cada banda.
He admires his ability to accommodate into, like, for example, Rainbow and Black Sabbath. He was strong, drummer, and well, that's what he admires the most. That his way of, coming, on different bands and just being himself, and yeah.
And one question I'd like to ask before we finish this interview is there any vocalist that you would like to cover a song with on a future album? Is there any vocalist out there, like on the best of, they've got other singers singing in English? Is there anybody that they would like on the album?
¿Alguien que a ustedes les gustaría en el nuevo álbum incluir?
Que sea algún vocalista inglés o extranjero que te gustaría cantar en el nuevo álbum.
Sí, yeah. Bruce Dickinson.
Bruce Dickinson. And can you just simply tell me why?
¿Que por qué le puedo decir por qué?
¿Por qué?
Porque es mi cantante junto a Ian Gillan preferido.
Because he's his favorite singer, along with
Ian Gillan.
along with Gillan. Yeah.
And have you met Bruce Dickinson? No?
¿Que si lo has conocido? ¿Nunca?
No, I have.
Conocí a Steve Harris, a Dave Murray, a Nico McBrien.
He met
Nico McBrien, Steve Harris.
Nico McBrien, Steve Harris, and
Okay. Anya, I would like to thank you for this interview. We'd like to say gracias.
You're welcome.
les agradecemos mucho.
And we very much appreciate you coming to the UK.
Agradecemos muchísimo que hayan venido al Reino Unido también a traernos su música, que es que vamos está a reventar eso allá afuera.
Agradecerle a él, que me han dicho que es un periodista de mucha fama aquí,
Vale.
que para nosotros tocar en Londres es tocar en la cuna del heavy metal.
He said that it's a great pleasure, and he has been told that you are a great presenter of the radio, so he was looking forward to it.
How do you know?
La rubia.
What did he say?
The blondie.
Well, someone has a... cool. Anyhow, so Xenia, gracias. And, right, cheers.
vivan en ti. No les dejes morir. Deja que la luna se vista de ti. Las noches son para soñar. A morir, ¿dónde irá tanto dolor? ¿Dónde están tus ganas de luchar? ¿Dónde está tu gran amor? Sácale brillo a una pena y no dejes volar la pasión. ¿Dónde están los sueños por cumplir? ¿Dónde está todo tu honor? Sácale brillo a una pena y que un beso te arroje al dormir. Seguiremos luchando, nadie nos podrá parar. Nuestra voz ahora es la vuestra, es de verdad. Si creías que no íbamos a regresar, si pensabas que esto no pintaba nada bien, que las musas nos dejaron para no volver, va y hace sitio para llenarlo de buen rollo y mucha paz. Bailemos y cantemos, pues la bruja no murió. Las baldosas amarillas te traerán nuestra canción. Seguiremos luchando, nadie nos podrá parar. Nuestra voz ahora es la vuestra, ahora somos de verdad. Seguiremos tocando, pues la magia sigue aquí. Hemos vuelto para quedarnos, hemos vuelto para ti. Brindaremos por todos los que ya no volverán. Nos veremos en un
Whoa, 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 whoa. What more can I say? I need to get my composure back. That was brilliant, if I don't mind saying so myself. It was such an honour to do that interview, trust me. I mean, I know a lot of people probably think, well, who are Mago Dios? Because they obviously concentrate on Latin American speakers, because obviously that, for reasons because of their language. Very few bands who speak or sing in non-English make it through to the UK. I think Rammstein are probably about the only band that's ever made it in this country who speak or sing in non-English. But Mago Dios, I really hope after 20 odd years of them being in the business, they will actually break through into parts of Europe that they've not done so yet, because they deserve it. And to see them live, brilliant. And how they managed to get, what was it, on stage, 10 people I counted on stage, because they had a guest vocalist with them as well for touring. How they got them all on stage at the London Underworld, I do not know, because it was such a small venue, but it was packed. It was like being in Mexico, because it was full of Latin American people, trust me, and English people as well. And I'm going to try and say what tracks they were. Right, we had just then, you heard H2O, because that's the easiest I can pronounce. We kicked off with El Libro Si Las Sombreras, and somewhere crammed in the middle we had a track that I really like as well, called Sa Cafe Brillo Uno Peno. Paula and Melissa say a lot better, I know, and so does Patricia, but I've had a go, so